in my last video, I took apart the engine that I had blown up in my truck, and I kind of just disassembled it, showed what happened, pretty well figured out it's junk, and it's actually sitting here, ready to go to the scrap yard. But in that video, I said that if I could find maybe a short block or something, I could reuse the old parts off that, and I did. That is in here. And there it is. It is a 355, so it's bored 30 over, as you can see there. It's got, as far as I know, a similar cam, with, you know, similar just timing setup, which is gonna work with, let's see here, actually the heads are over there. Those heads over there, and the springs and everything, they should all be equipped for this engine. But this one is actually a 4-bolt main. And I think it's from the mid-70s, so it's actually a high nickel content block, which means, you know, it's obviously a little bit harder with the higher nickel content. So all around, it's actually a better engine, similar to that one right there, which is a 383 that I'm putting together. So I'm actually going to tear this engine apart, make sure everything looks good, because it did run. It has, I don't know, probably a couple hours on it, but there is still a significant amount of crosshatch in the cylinders. There's some wear in there, but not enough to be worried about. So I'll probably just throw some, you know, some crosshatch in there with. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna tear this engine apart in this video, see what's going on with it, see if I need to change anything. You know, if everything looks good, I'll probably just reuse all the parts, throw everything from the last engine on. All right, so this guy did actually send some extra parts with the engine, which is really cool. He sent the balancer with me, which actually has some holes drilled in it. Not sure if they would have balanced the rotating assembly with the balancer or not. Typically with a small block Chevy, you would balance it, it would be internally balanced, so it would be balanced separately from your balancer, flywheel, and flex plate. That, he also sent me home with some locks and those. So probably the first thing I'm gonna do is pull the cam out, get all the lifters out of it, and just make sure that they're all wearing correctly, not going flat. And then I'll flip it around and pull the rotating assembly out of it, inspect bearings, and so on. One thing I do want to highlight here is the wear. As you can see, it's not flat, not a big deal. That actually is good, because that indicates that it's not wearing too much. But a lot of times with the double chain, like this one is, you'll see some wear right here on the casting. From the chain, actually. And on this one, there's none. I find that interesting, and I don't know why there wouldn't be. I guess there's no marks, like somebody were to take material off to keep it from doing that. So either this chain is designed differently, or this block just doesn't have that problem. But now I'm gonna pull the cam out and get some numbers off of it and see what it is. Oh, And as far as lifters go, they all look perfect, every single one of them. So good. Looking at all the cam lobes here, they all actually look really good. No excessive wear anywhere. So I'll get some numbers on. Oh, it's actually Crower. It's a Crower camshaft. So I'll get some numbers off of it, look that up, and I'll do a little screen recording of like the numbers and stuff right here. I'll look at the cam bearings too. And typically, you'll actually find most of your wear on this front bearing because that's where all your, really pretty much most of your force is being applied. The rest, they all look really good. There is some wear on this front bearing. I'll show you here, but it's not, it's not anything I think to be worried about. But yeah, as you can see, there is just a tiny bit of wear. I noticed these oil holes aren't really in the right spot. They should be at, what is it, the 2 and 8 position, I'm pretty sure. Here it looks like they're more at the 1 and I guess 7, like on the clock is what I mean. So yeah, these should be like evenly spaced, pretty much one below that oil galley and one below that one there. But that's okay. I mean, that's not a big deal. Obviously it's not wearing it terribly, so I'll probably leave it there since it's doing okay. But so far everything does look good. All the cam lobes look fine. Chain looks good. So I'll probably flip it over and tear apart the bottom end. After looking at this rotating assembly a little bit, I'm pretty sure the crank and rods are both stock GM stuff, and I'm going off of the fact that the seam right there is like real skinny. If this were, and so that would mean that it's cast. If it were to be like, I don't know, half an inch, quarter inch wide, it would be a forged crank, but this one is definitely not. It does have the aluminum pistons in it though, as you can see. So I'd say they just took it apart, put aluminum pistons in it. Obviously they did balance this since there's weld marks, or not marks, but like a substantial amount of weld. They were probably trying to balance it. So I'm gonna get this apart, inspect everything, and kind of show you what's going on. So this will be the first bearing I actually look at. There we go. And I'm actually really happy with that. As you can see, I mean, there is some wear. I wouldn't call that excessive. You can't see, you know, any copper or, you know, anything underneath the like top babbitt layer of material there. So I'll probably assemble this engine with the original bearings. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these off. I almost forgot, I actually did want to show removing one of these pistons too, just to kind of show the wear and address that. And there we go. So the piston skirt actually looks amazing. That's honestly probably one of the better skirts I've ever seen pulling out of an engine that was running. The bearing on that looks looks good too. So now I'll move on to the rest of them. I ended up getting everything out. Everything was looking great. I was really happy with it. Bearings look good, piston skirts look good, until I got to cylinder 8. And as you can see, there's something took some material out. I already looked at the crank. The crank looks fine. Everything, you know, it's like a smooth surface. There's no excessive wear in it. So something must have gotten the oil. Something was probably in the crankshaft when they went to assemble it, and it made its way into the bearing. So unfortunate, but I'll probably just get a new bearing, check clearances, and that'll be, you know, a quick fix. So I'll go on to removing the crank. Instead of the main bearings are looking just as good. All right, after pulling all the main caps, inspecting the bearings, looking at the crank, I'm really happy with everything, except for there are a couple of things. One being, they actually, see here, it's on this side, right there. They welded onto the crank, I'm assuming when they balanced it, but there's actually a lip right there. And I was like, well, I wonder if that's hitting. It is. It's hitting on the block right there. So what I'll actually do is, instead of taking weight or, you know, material off the crank, which will change my balance, not much, but, you know, enough, I don't know, it bothered me. I'll take a little bit off of just the block right there, which won't hurt anything. And another thing, this front sprocket, if you can see, it moves, and it's extremely loose. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to, you know, keep that from moving, because that's probably gonna cause a problem in the long run. And that's also changing the timing, you know. I mean, not much, but that might be quarter, half a degree, since it is the smaller sprocket. Well, like I said, everything else looked good except for that number 8 rod bearing. I'll have to address that. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the video because my phone's running out of storage and I use it to video, edit, and post everything. Just to kind of recap, everything looks good. There's going to be a couple things I'm going to have to replace, but nothing major. In the meantime, I'm going to get this block and everything else prepped, and hopefully in the next one I'll be assembling and getting it running. So until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.